Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. So I have a couple of great questions about Alina Habba. The first one's from Gretchen. She wants to know if she'll face any sanctions or disciplinary actions for her antics. Boy, there sure were a lot, right? And then Pam Roberts wants to know if she will be sanctioned for her courtroom antics and lying to the judge about COVID, right? Yeah. Couldn't go to court because of COVID, sure. But then she was found somewhere else, right? Videoed somewhere else, recorded. So, yeah, anyway, let's, I'll swap out cameras here and get this going over my table for you. Be right back. Okay, so bear with me while I get this little deck shuffled. There are 88 cards in here, and with a wide range of meanings that I've been doing my best to try and memorize. It's kind of hard when you're doing readings for yourself. I've been picking out readings for, just things on the news and watching TV, like to see what's going to happen in this episode, like that kind of thing. And I think I have them pretty well figured out. So anyway. Will Alina Habba face sanctions or disciplinary action for her antics? Intuitively, I feel no about the antics. But as far as it goes with lawsuits, her and Trump have already had to pay, I think it was like 900 and some million to a bunch of people, and Hillary Clinton was one that got the most, but it was really just to pay their legal fees for these what did the judge call, oh my goodness, what was the word, frivolous. He called them frivolous lawsuits and named Trump as being a proficient, something like that, or a master litigator kind of a dude. So anyway, the judge was really pissed. I can't remember his name though. But so it was Trump and Habba that had to pay that 900 and some million dollars. And because they were lying, and it wasn't just about Hillary, it was about her, people, like some former DOJ and FBI peeps in there. So yeah. But let's see, that might show up over here in the past. I tend to set the intention to go past, present, future in this direction. Left to right if you're just listening. And so the question here though, and Pam also wants to know about, will she get in trouble for sanctioned or fined for lying about being in COVID, having COVID? Because so here they are at E. Jean Carroll's. Trump was wanting to put that off for some reason or another. So Habba lied, saying that she had COVID, and then the next day she was it might have been that night. I think it was the next day. She was in New Hampshire with Trump's, whatever you call it, party. So there's that. So she got over COVID pretty fast. Okay. Right there. Maybe she's going to get the boot for something. Oh, this is probably Trump. Yeah, storms a brewing. Okay, storm octopus antidote. That's interesting. Candle, stick, stump. Yeah. That's her job for Trump. Ladder, wish, yeah. Fetus, yeah, she is very immature. Ooh, comet, cauldron, owl, moon, foot. We've got the boot and the foot. Shovel, yeah, how much crap can she shovel for him? Ear, tooth, scourge, tree, and herb. Yeah, she's probably smoking something. For the trumpet. Oh, God. Okay, so I might have to use a different deck just to get a simple yes or a no, but let's get this backstory going on here. So with the boot, this has something to do usually with like moving forward, of course, but it can also have to do with being disciplined, right? Getting the boot for something. What's hanging over it, so I'm going to go like this way with each, from this card to this card, this card to this card, this card to this card, like that, all the way around to read this, and then I'll do the diagonals as well. But anyway, the boot combined with the storm brings in the added information as she has major emotional issues. And with the octopus here in the combination with the boot, like she does need to be, at the heart of the reading is saying she will be disciplined for her emotional outbreaks, and her, emotional issues would bring in the lying as well. With the octopus combined with the boot, this is being disciplined for being greedy, being like a vampiric just sucker, right? And she might think she's intelligent like an octopus and smart, but because the boot combined with the antidote, that also brings in like some kind of a remedy and some type of something that you can use against, so discipline that can be used against her negativity, right? Because antidotes, they're used for clearing out negativity. Yeah. The boot with the candle is just, she's going to see, the light's going to come in and shine on the fact that she needs to be enlightened. And the boot with the stick, would you want a military person coming after you with a big stick? I don't think so. Would you want to be disciplined with a stick? No. But the stick brings in the issue. She's going to be disciplined because of her misusing her own power, as an attorney. And then the boot with the stump, well, that combination brings in her needing to probably leave the situation. She might need to leave the situation. The ladder and the stick, the ladder and the boot, the ladder knighting up to the storm with her emotional abuse, it's going to put her into a place where she needs a remedy for her negativity, right? For her greed. With this column is here as well. And yeah, getting kicked down the ladder. Taking the ladder out from under. Her elevated position is now kicked down. And then with this combination of the wish card, my goodness, it's like she has these big visions for the future, but because it's at the bottom of this diagonal here, I think she's just full of, craziness. Because the wish card knights to the scourge, I don't know how to say that. Let's just call this whip. Okay, so she wishes to abuse people for Trump. She wishes to do something that's negative often, and she thinks she's really wise, but with the owl here. But she's also kind of watching out all the time. I think she's probably, doesn't sleep well and is probably up all night. Maybe she is feeling abused by hanging out and listening to him all the time. Now, this is pretty much all in the future. With the comment up here, this is not good either. This is a disaster. This is a card for disaster. And so this disaster is knighting to what she wishes for. So she's not going to get what she wishes for. But with the disaster over to the herb, now the herb would be some type of medicine that she's going to have to take, whether she likes it or not, right? And we do know, based on what I told you from the beginning, she's already lost money. So I will do some other techniques to get to get more details out of this. But let's start up over here with the shovel, fetus, and the storm. With a shovel. This is about uncovering the truth. And this is about how much work she actually does. And with the fetus, well, she's just trying to dig up new crap to create we need a poop card here like we have in the deck of character. Maybe I'll use that one next. I think I have it over here somewhere. Shoot, I put it in my, I don't have it in this room. Okay. All right. It's all right. So, unless I pause and go get it, and I might do that. But anyway, there aren't any money cards in that deck, so maybe I'll just use Libby's. With the shovel card, we're dealing with, like I was saying, trying to get to the truth, but there is no truth with her. It's all just to create a big, whatever. But she's every much a drama queen as Trump is. Just, throwing shit in the cauldron and trying to create something. Trying to shine the light on something. But it's all emotional, right? Literally dark emotional reactions. The moon comes out when it's dark. Digging like a lunatic for something to throw in the cauldron, some shit to stir. Again, we need a poop card in this deck. And if I go with the four corners, or even just the three like brackets around here and combine all the brackets, let's do that. So the tree would be something that can take a long time. So this is about her trying to delay things for him. With the tooth, this can be sometimes illness, sometimes, when you have to have a tooth pulled out. So it's like something's taken from you. And so she's trying to delay. She's his little witch to literally try and delay the inevitable. And she just keeps shoveling more shit like somebody that's, she's just developing a way to work the system is what that is all about. Because, a fetus is all about developing something, right? Developing work. To give her money as well, too, right? And then over here with the comet, there's a disaster. For her, she's having to listen to him all the time, and it is actually abusive. Can you imagine having to hang out with him in his diaper situation? And but she's the medicine for it is, I think she probably just really wants to walk away. The problem here with these cards, this whole area in here, has to do with because the foot can be about a person's like where they're really grounded, settled, sunk into. And sometimes what their integrity is all about. Like, are you walking your path, Well, with these cards up here like this, I don't think so. I think her path is to learn the hard way. I think she's very, very stubborn, and she has to learn through crisis, is what I'm hearing. Learning through crisis. Let's see. Yeah, some very challenging separation that's abusive is coming into her future. It's going to be taking her, so this is all in another layer of the cards here. looking at it from another angle. The tree combined with herb has to do with, it's going to take her a long time to get her medicine. And she's walking the path of lunacy right here. Her wish is not going to get her anywhere with the stump and the wish card together, or what she wants is really not going to get her anywhere, because the stump is all about needing to walk away from something, and to have the foot and the boot together, knighting together, wow. And the boot knighting to the moon. Here's our center card of the whole reading. So her being disciplined, and for her lunacy and connection to Trump, they're both being disciplined together. And more and more it's been developing over time. She's been with him for quite some time. It's leading to disaster for her. And it's going to be a big lesson in integrity is what I'm getting here with this foot. So knighting those together. So knighting, if you're new to cartomancy, it's 2 over and 1 up, or 1 over, 2 up, or 1 over and 2 down. So basically the foot knights to the antidote and the ear, just for an example. And like I said, the boot knights to all of these cards here. So you can pick any one card and go over. So let's go with the cauldron, because the cauldron, this is her past over here. I want to focus in on her past a little bit more. This is how she's experimenting with different things. Like you're throwing different ingredients in the soup to see how it goes. And it's all about her greed to see what she can get and how far can she climb with that, right? But it's going to lead to her learning that there's going to be, there's a price to pay. There's discipline. She's going to be enlightened as to the discipline of like the long arm of the law coming down on her. Yeah. So let's see, what else is drawing my attention? Let's focus in on the comet card a little, because this side's over here in the future. With the comet, I think we talked about that already. This disaster for what she's wanting. We talked about the disaster for the lack of discipline that she has. Yeah, and then this angle here, the disaster that's going to lead to getting smacked down for something, and going down. The disaster is going to push her down the ladder. We mentioned that before. So, yeah, and the disaster knighting to the herb card is, of course, she's going to need to get a taste of her own medicine to learn the hard way. So it's going to, because she's been so greedy, she'll lose money over it. So think about what that feels like, to work hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and stay up all night and try to figure out these plans to where you can get this disgusting, stinky guy that's super abusive, and she has to listen to him all the time and be next to him and work with him, listening to him over the phone. Imagine trying to go to sleep with that guy in your consciousness. She's going to need a lot of medicine for that. She probably wants to walk away and smoke a big bowl of some kind, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, okay, but I did not get any financial cards there. So I don't know if she's going to have anything new other than just losing all of her energy. But let's actually, what I could do? Let's just use the Kipper. Let's just use a Kipper real quick, because there are 4 money cards in this deck. Oh, and this one, if you're new, it's this one right here. End of the Century, Fundisacal, by Ciro Marchetti. If you just put in Kipper and Ciro Marchetti, it'll come up. It has a nice magnetic box and a little book that comes with it, but I don't have the book anymore. I think I sent it to Lisa with her deck. Okay, so anyway, One more time. Okay, Alina Habba, are you going to have to pay any more money? Are you going to have any more sanctions, any more lawsuits against you, any more trouble? But yeah, anyway, so what we ascertained from the other reading in summary is that she's going to have to pay out, and it's basically like working for free, because who knows what she got from him. I think somebody said she took a $4 million retainer. Well, let's imagine she had to pay half of that 900 and some. You know, that would hurt, right? Hopefully she's learning, but I don't know. Okay, Alina, what be happening with your money? It's her karma. Thank you, Jeffrey Thompson, for telling me about that, and I agree with you. It's also the details, you know, the karma that she has. It's like the reap what you sow, literally. She's been married to the mob. She's a liar. Oops, let me bring this up a little bit. She's a liar and a cheater, just like him. Yeah, and then all of her distractions and grifting. And here she is, looking right at her karma. Ooh, it's going to be a big painful loss, because when all of the adjudications come down, she's not going to like them at all. This is Jack Smith, but this is also the rules and regulations of the government and the political process. Let's keep going a little bit. Here's our DOJ, and also discovery in the courtroom. And over the next couple of years, whoa, this is sneaking up behind her. And that's something new after a very, very painful loss. This is a job loss. This is self-sabotage. This would be a different attorney probably taking over for her. Oh, this could actually be someone, this could be Alex Whiting that works with Jack Smith. Okay, here's some money. Documents, proof, audio recordings even, video even. Her strategy, or the strategy that's sneaking up behind her, is going to level her. Whoa, okay, now we have major restrictions. It's going to take some time. We're going to have to be really patient. But she's going to have, I think, I could be wrong. This could just be the things that have been developing over time. But I tend to see what comes after this card as taking almost a couple of years. And so this would be more evidence coming out. Because remember, at the heart of the reading here, we have the adjudication. And then here, I don't know if she'll be locked up, but this is definitely a restriction. And we do have money right up here. So there you go. Trying to negotiate a better reality for her, but I don't think it's going to work. And then she's going to want to go home to mama. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all I have for now, because I'm kind of tired of sitting in her energy, actually. But if you want to screenshot this, and anybody can do knighting, like I was showing you before, and you always want to read the four corners, because it frames in. And you can even do the 3 and 3 brackets, right, if you want to do the whole thing. You always do the first 3 opening cards, because I have many people here that, well, not many, but, you know, enough people here that they have membership to my lessons, and this could be a good practice reading for you guys. And, you know, feel free to drop it in the comments if you want to play around with it. So besides the 3 opening and the corners and the heart of the reading here, and going from one card to the next at any heart of the reading, you know, like that, because it's the surrounding cards. And then the other thing you can do is mirroring, where it's like this card, these 2 cards together, these 2 cards together, these 2 cards together, and then you get all these extra messages. So I'll let you fill in the blanks for me, because I don't want to be in this anymore. Okay, take good care. Bye.